Hello there, fellow summoners. MadDogHT here, and we're going into another Alliance War. I'm a little behind on these, but I'm going to try to get caught up. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think. First up, we're going up against this 1.ng Alliance. I'm not sure where that is. It looks a little foreign, but we've never faced these guys before. And I'm going up path 1 on the left side, which has Vigorous Assault and Arc Overload. So they put a Voodoo here, which is a pretty decent placement. Voodoo is not that difficult as a defender. And you can see I'm just trying to stall out his natural regen. He got the overload as well, so he was like double overloaded at the beginning, regenning a ton. Now it's fallen off, and now it's time to die. So I'm just going to do short combos, medium, light, medium, and we are going to take this dude out very, very quickly. And when he's got a bar of power, throw the special. His specials are really, really long. I'm going to do an elongated, a more long combo. But you see, I mess up and I get hit. I did put on an indestructible boost, and it was mainly because of the next fight that I was slightly concerned with, which is a Dragon Man. But yeah, that indestructible boost paid off, and I lose no health. Happened to only get hit 3 times, which consumed all the indestructibles, and then we have the Dragon Man. So I didn't need the pre-fight for any other fights for what I was taking in this war, so I applied it onto this Dragon Man, which means the Nova Flames are going to be passive, so only the parry stuns will trigger Masochism, and I basically need to double parry, reparry. You can see I tried to do that, the second parry failed, and then it totally go back in and I get parried myself, so that was not cool. It took off some of the indestructibles, and I mainly put on the indestructible just in case this guy would not throw a special and get to special 3, and I couldn't turn off the power charge buff. But even though I did get hit, I had the indestructible on, very minimal damage taken, and it only took 8 hits to take down that Dragon Man. So love Dorch, he's so good. And so next up, we did have my alliance mate Mirage Turtle. He took out that long shot with his Void this war, and I cruise up to the E.M.P node, has Burden of Might, enhanced energy attacks, and Rolling Thunder. So energy attack stuff doesn't matter here because ManThing doesn't have energy attacks, but you know, he can poison you, which Thing is not immune to poison, but he's immune to nullify, and in order for ManThing to poison you, he has to nullify his Pustel buffs, and he can't do that. So those will fall off naturally, and if I remember right, I'm trying to think if this guy has any Mystic Dispersion. We're about to find out. Yes, it's not a ton. It's probably like 3 out of 5. So I do need to just keep an eye out for that, for those Pustel buffs falling off and expiring, triggering Mystic Dispersion, and then I have the Dexes trying to block a lot of that. I've already built up to my max passive Furies, and we're just gonna smash this dude. And I probably could have and should have thrown some specials, but you can see when those Pustel buffs fall off, it counts towards the Burden of Might, and so you lose power. So you're kind of constantly losing a lot of power throughout the match, even if you don't Dex, which kind of sucks. And I don't even know if I actually end up throwing a special on this fight, but it wasn't a problem. Thing is great for this node in general. He's shock immune, so E.M.P gets thrown out the window. And as long as I don't get hit with a special especially towards the end with the Rolling Thunder, I'm good to go. Because 10% every like 10 seconds, if you get hit by a special, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt pretty bad. But we're just about done, kind of. Longer fight, but pretty safe with Thing. If I had to and I was going to get hit by a special 3, I could just throw a heavy activate the protection, and that should mitigate a lot of the damage. Now, ManThing does have a long poison, so you would get poisoned, and it would be interesting with the Rolling Thunder if that enhances the poison damage. I'm not sure, but here we're just going to smash it out, throw the special 2 to finish him off, and we'll clear. A little bit of chip damage, but not a big deal for Thing. And we're going to move up, and we're actually going up path 2. Again, this is the second war in a row I'm going up path 2. This path is nothing too crazy as far as the node with the strike counter combat power rate, but we're going to go in with Torch on this one. Torch, he can't miss with it when his temperature is 10 or above, and human Torch. Mysterio can make you miss when he throws his special 2s, and that's what I'm going to try to push him towards. And you can see I'm trying to build up to that special 1. We hit it, and then I'm going to kind of block. He comes in, and so far so good, getting out of range, and we're able to push him to a special 2. I don't want to push him to a special 1 because then I have to stall and not hit him while he has that reflection state up from his special 1. And yeah, so far so good. We're going to throw up another special 1, and he's going to throw a special 2. We're going to get some healing off that power drain debuff that he puts on you, which is super nice. And then it falls off to the worst state. You can't miss anymore. Don't have to worry about that. My temperature is low, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to try to keep pushing him to special 2. We hit him with another special 1. So far, no passive power drain suppression debuffs on me. Been able to manage the combo and keep him throwing his special 2s, which he's thrown 2, and I think I'm going to get him to throw 1 more, or do we just kill him right after this special? I think he just dies here. Yes. So right there, Mysterio was very, very, very nice with not being, throwing his specials whenever he had a power bar, and he wasn't spamming crazy heavies like a madman. But so next up we have the strike counter combat power rate node again, and it has the stun once twice shy. So we're going in with Thing. I didn't heal up for this. This is the last fight that I was going to use Thing for, and yeah, there's nothing too crazy here. I'm going to try to stall out so that I could potentially throw another special, but I messed up my combos, and I already got 4 suppressions on. I think I'm not going to get back to a special attack because I just can't gain enough power. Yeah, I already messed that up. But ideally, you would manage the combo and get those power sting debuffs on you. You can get willpower healing off of it. But we're just now going to smash. We're going to stay nice and tight and close, even though Thing is an XL defender or a champion, just like Rhino. Rhino can still do his unblockable attacks on you. It's just not going to be as common or frequent. So, but he can do that. So I'm just going to try to stay nice and tight to where he doesn't do a dash attack at me, where he could potentially go unblockable, because that's the one thing that I do not like fighting against Rhino. If you got any space, you just never know if it's going to be blockable or not. So yeah, we're just staying up nice and tight. I got a bunch of Furies from just parrying, and yeah, we're gonna take out this Rhino. This was a rank 2 6-star awakened Rhino. I feel sorry for that guy, but yeah, we smash him out with Thing right there. And so next up, we're gonna go up to the mini island. We had somebody else take out the Killmonger on the buffet, and we're gonna fight this immortal Hulk, and I can't remember who was assigned to this fight. I think it was just like, hey, whoever gets there, that has a decent champion that has health left, kill him. And I got there first, and I'm like, oh, and I can also potentially get my charge back from for the pre-fight on Human Torch. And hey, look, I got it back. So I used the pre-fight on the Dragon Man, and then I fought the Mysterio, and now the Immortal Hulk. And 2 fights later, I get the pre-fight back, which is super nice. So it just kind of gives some extra flexibility if in case we happen to need it and need to use it. And sure enough, we will, unfortunately. But yeah, so we are just doing a lot of short combos, medium light mediums, heavies to keep some temperature up. Hit him with the special 3. It's gonna give me some extra smolder. Put a Nova flame on him, and he's just gonna start to melt and sting himself to death. Yeah, and so for Hulk, he can have that regen at the end, but I believe in this fight, Assassins is going to kick in from my masteries and override that regen, which is super, super nice because, you know, it's going to be a fairly decent regen. Granted, he only has 6 of his charges so far, and I can't remember exactly how he gets all his charges, but I thought, and maybe it's because he's not awakened, he doesn't get as many, but you know, with the enhanced recovery node, it can really make a difference. But again, I'm going to have a lot of Nova Flames on him, which mitigates a lot of his healing to begin with. And yeah, we're going to hit him, I think, right there with a heavy, and no regen. Assassins takes him out, and we get the solo, we get our pre-fight back. Like, sweet. So then next up, so I brought in MoleMan on my team, which is actually kind of nice because he has a synergy with, I think it was Torch, where he gets a crit enhancement, which is nice. But we got this MoleMan to take on this M.O.D.O.K, Stunning Reflection, Polka Dot Power, and you know, I've seen some videos on how to do this and how to like use his charges to basically get your ends. You know, I'm not going to play that route. I'm just going to evade those L1s, do some combos, throw my special one, get him shocked, and just kind of go against the wall. M.O.D.O.K's going to be super aggressive. I'm going to be super aggressive in return. We're just going to smash this dude out big time. I did put on some big skill boosts. And we're going to hit him with a big special 2 right here. Boom, 7k. Not a lot of critting there. Not a lot of critting there on that one. But we do get some power back, almost a full bar of power, which was nice. And he's got a bunch of bleeds on. I'm not going to go into the frenzy mode. We're just going to stay where we're at and smash this guy. And you can see this M.O.D.O.K does not stand a chance. Tons of bleed damage going on. I'm getting a lot of power from that. Yeah, because you get power from any damage over time debuff. It doesn't have to be a poison or an incinerate. That just knocks down the stun shield. So yeah, we're just smashing him. I thought there that I was gonna have enough power to hit a special 2, and I think I went a little bit early. No big deal, but M.O.D.O.K goes down. No hits received. Just played aggressive, beat him up against the wall. Very, very little damage taken. And yeah, MoleMan, I really like using MoleMan. So we came up to this SpiderGwen on node 55. It's got brute force, the best defense, limber. So this SpiderGwen, if you bring in a regular champ, she's gonna be evading like just absolute nightmare. And I didn't have this fight scheduled for me. I didn't know how much damage I was going to take from the Polka Dot Power mini boss M.O.D.O.K. But because I just wrecked him and I was just feeling it, I just go back in And while I'm boosted, I got big boosts on, and we're just gonna smash out this SpiderGwen. So as long as she's throwing specials, we get some intercepts in and stuff like that. As long as she's throwing specials, we should be good. We're gonna minimize how many times we parry because it does have limber. I can get some ins with the monster mass charges where you can get the unstoppable and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you see like this SpiderGwen stands no chance whatsoever right now, and she's getting bled to death. A huge special too. Boom. Unfortunately, not a lot crit. I do get a bunch of power back though, and I think after this combo, she is a goner. And yeah, MoleMan just rips that SpiderGwen a new one. That was a lot of fun to bring MoleMan into war for this one. And so last up, I had mentioned I got that pre-fight back. We had our guy go in on Apocalypse and failed. So war number 1, I went in and failed, and I said, hey, somebody else take a turn, do better than I did. And yeah, did not happen. So we're deciding like, well, who's gonna be the backup? And I decided that I had the best option on deck with Torch having his pre-fight back, and there wasn't going to be a ton of health left. You know, it's like 30%, but Torch should be able to nuke him down. And I'm playing very, very passive here. I don't want to take a ton of block damage. And yeah, I'm going to block and evade out of that. It's going to build up some smolders, get my temperature up a little bit. You know, the damage isn't terrible for blocking that, and it's going to help the temperature and my smolders and stuff. But I'm trying to get this guy to throw heavies, and man, he is just not doing it. And yeah, just this fight, this 30% boss fight went way longer than I was hoping, because I was trying to hit into his block and then hopefully get him to throw a heavy, and it just was not happening. And then there I totally missed the decks at the end and whiffed coming out. I'm like, great, now I gotta go find a whole nother opening. There we go. There is the openings that I had been trying to look for. Push him to a special one, block his special one, and he is going down right here. Special 2, dead. Get the assist. So not ideally what I wanted to do, but you know, deaths happen. We're not like an alliance where we're getting 0 deaths every war, but we only got 2 deaths, which is very solid. We beat out their BG1. We ended up winning, and yeah, good job to them. It was a close, and it was a good war. And so my stats on the war for this one were 9 fights. One of those was an assist kill, had all 9 kills, no deaths. And then on the season I have 18 fights in total, 17 kills. So first war I failed on the Apocalypse boss. Takeshi came in and finished up my mess up, and then this war he messed up and I finished off the assist. So yeah, so one death each on the Apocalypse bosses so far this season. Not good. We're gonna need to fix that. We don't know our ranking yet, but we got a lot of points from the first war. Normal points here. Good job to .NG. They did well. It was a solid battle, but we are 2-0 on the season, and we're rolling strong. Hopefully we can keep this going and keep getting some favorable matchups. You know, don't mind facing like some of the upper end mastered alliances, but you know, if I don't have to see them, I don't want to. I like easier wars and get those easy shards and whatnot. But yeah, so that's all we have for today, fellas. Appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.